Right, we're back for day 4 of Royal Ascot. We've had a very good week actually, and yes, there was no different. 9-1 winner, non-runner, and an 11 or 3-1 winner tipped up. And yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. My first pick is in the first race, as all my first picks have been this week, and it's Art Power, who I'm expecting to turn into a very useful sprinter this year and next year. He won his last two both by 5 lengths, just a bit more in the last one there, over 5 furlongs and 6 furlongs. It's his handicap debut here, but I think he'll storm home 9-4 here today. Sylvester Sue's on board. And the horse he did beat by 5 lengths last time won next time out as well. So obviously that's a good bit of form there, and hopefully he'll come on.
Yeah. And I'm sticking as true to my word as well. same as I've done all week. I'm going for Dandala and the 150. Look classy at Newcastle now on debut. And Kerr Burke, they're going well. Ben Curtis is riding well. And as we mentioned in one of the other shows, next horses are flying. Like they seem to be doing really, really well. I was just listening to Nick's. Nick has been doing a thing all week on his own page, giving his thoughts on the 2-year-old race. So I just kind of was what I've been watching them all week as well. And he mentioned his second selection was Dandala. He'd be worried about, or his other selection was the Roger Varian horse. So I think Dandala there is priced, or she's priced at 12s, between 10 and 12 to 1. So I'm going to take her each way and the 150.
Believe it or not, Dean, that was my second pick in the Albany Stakes or the Albany Stakes. She's a daughter of Dandyman, who obviously won a couple of listed races, including the Woodlands Stakes at Nice, and did win a Group 3. So, as you said, Nick's horses have been in form, and the way she won nicely last time, just adds to that. And with a bit of luck at 11 to 1 or 12 to 1, it's a very good price for a very nice horse.
Yeah, and like Dandyman had a good record as a juvenile as well, so I'm sure that the connections will be hoping that Dandala
follow
suit, And as I said, like that's for anybody that's listening and thinks that maybe it's a wee bit of inside information that we have from Nick Renning. It's not. If you go on his site, you'll be able to listen to that vlog that he was doing as well, and he talks about that being his second selection along with the Varian horse. So he's not been far away this week with his one. So I think that's swaying my decision. If he likes his own one, then
Yeah, that video is on Nick's YouTube channel, and I'll leave it link to that in the description below, so you can go check that
out. My second selection is in the 225, Eye of Heaven, Mark Johnson's horse with Frankie on board. I thought that horse was mighty impressive on debut at Newmarket. And I was just reading the stable tour done with Mark Johnson there the other week by Kevin Blake.
Yeah.
Or somebody on at the races, and I think it was Kevin. And, they were pretty sweet about him. I think they were I think they're confident that he's going to be their definite main winner for the week. He's priced up there at 64, not an overly great price, but the much hype about him and the way that he won on debut, 64 could end up to be serious value.
Yeah, my third pick is in that race as well. It's the other end of the market though. It's a big one, 66 to 1. Emirati Dirham. He has the makings to be a very, very good horse. And just watching the race tomorrow, just watch how well he breaks out of the stalls. It's like he's been doing it since birth nearly. And I believe this horse will 100% win future races if he does not win tomorrow. And at 66 to 1, definitely get on each way, but I can't see him being too far off now.
And so, some of them bigger firms might be paying maybe 5-6 places on them. So, at 66 to 1 could be great value there. Fifth of the odds would be getting 11 to 1, say.
Yeah.
So, definitely good each way value in it.
And he's a horse that he was a bit frustrated in the first race, but you could see the potential there. And then the second race, he was very unlucky. But hopefully, third time lucky anyway.
Yeah, you're pretty sweet on him now.
Yeah.
And the group chat, you'll be talking away about him.
Yeah.
He was encouraging the last day as well, even when he ran on third. So, definitely, if he's bringing his A game, there could be potential there.
And he ran into a bit of trouble in that last race as well. So,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. My third selection is in the 335. This kind of ties on with a wee bit of form that in one of my selections yesterday, actually. Lope Y Fernandez for Aidan O'Brien and Ray Moore. Third, last week's Irish 2,000 guineas. And Monarch of Egypt was well behind, but had made traffic, as we says. But I think that last week it was kind of set up for Lope Y Fernandez. And this is definitely a lot easier task than trying to face the machine that is Siskin at the moment. There has been a few quid knocking about for it. It's always good. You kind of catch on where the money's going.
Yeah.
He's in there at 4 to 1. He's drawn in stall 1, so it's hard to know where the stalls are placed, if they're going to be in the centre of the track or if they're stretching right across the track, because there has been a lot of talk about the draw bias at the minute. But draw 1 should allow Ray Moore to pop out and sit with cover but not get hampered at the same time, because the way they rode him, or Shamey rode him last week, he sat at the back near the outside, so he had a clear passage down once Shamey pulled him out and he could go. So I would expect that something similar like that to happen today as well.
Yeah, and the form's definitely there after Monarch of Egypt there today.
Yeah,
he should have won that today.
Yeah, he beat Monarch of Egypt home by a couple of lengths the last day. So the form ties in, and a wee bit more luck today. Have Monarch of Egypt actually missed the start today by, I would say, about 2 lengths. So yeah, I would say he looks good value there at 4 to 1.
Yeah, definitely. So. And that wraps up another day of Royal Ascot. So for our tips,
we're going strong, so we can't really complain.
Yeah, exactly.
All we have to do now is keep it up.